Tell you guys I do move out inspections. Look at what the fuck I mean. Look at how they left this. Look at this damn apartment. And then you come into the bathroom, right? They fucking wrote all over the wall, dude. Like, big ass hole in the wall. Then you come over here, the blinds are missing. They took the washing machine out. Like, look at the carpet. And then the kitchen. I freaking screamed. Look at these stupid cabinets. And then they put it on the countertop. Like, now this here is a completely different apartment, and they smeared jelly all over the blinds, spaghetti sauce, macaroni and cheese powder, uncooked pasta. Some of it was cooked pasta. Just smeared everything into the floor. Like they sprayed like they were dipping a spoon and then just spraying with spaghetti sauce or something. But like this, ugh. And then look at this fat ass rat that was on the balcony. Trying to wrap my head around how people live like this.
Look at this, y'all. And keep in mind, these are two different apartments, two different tenants, but the same MO. And I'm starting to see a pattern. This mess for her to have to clean up ultimately. And that's crazy. And funny enough, if she had to evict these people, that meant that they probably weren't paying the rent to begin with, right? How are you not paying what you owe? And then when somebody just takes legal action and they still probably aren't going to get their money, then you still do something extra egregious again to them out of spite, as if you've been slighted. Incredible. Y'all, before we get into the next clip, I wanted to take a minute. I don't want to ask for it, like I want to thank everybody for all the engagement. Thank you all for always liking, hyping. It helps tremendously. And yeah, I just wanted to show my gratitude and appreciation. Now let's go ahead and get into the next clip.
So, I'm here outside of the place that said that I could come as long as I come after 4 o'clock. I let them know that I was going to be coming late. I get here and the guy is like, they don't have any space because they don't have anything available until tomorrow. And then he goes, but we just bought the property and half of the property is being renovated, so we only have the other half. But because today is Friday, everybody, I was like, I called you last night. I called you last night at damn near almost midnight. And I asked you. It's after 8 o'clock. My kids are tired. So, he said there's a Motel 6. But it's Friday night. You know what I mean? So a lot of these places already... What do I do?
Y'all see the mindset and the self-centered nature? Ma'am, you called last night, yesterday at midnight. Apparently now it's the nighttime again, the next day. You're calling a motel. Yeah, last night they had rooms available. You think you're just gonna reserve by a midnight phone call a room and then they're just gonna hold it, hoping that you'll actually come and buy that room, and you didn't put any money up front to or any type of deposit to actually claim the room? This the way that some of these people think, and it's like it really makes sense to her. You ain't put no skin in the game, but you think that they're just supposed to cling on to this hope and they're supposed to turn away actual business in front of them right there. They're supposed to say, no, well, this lady called us last night at midnight, so we're not going to take your money now. We're just going to hope that she actually comes, even though she didn't put any money on it to actually reserve the room. Silly and poor preparation. You probably could have paid for it if you just opened your smartphone on Google and reserved the room. But you wanted to keep your options open. But you're mad that they kept their options open. Ma'am, this is your fault. This is your fault. And, you know, I mean, I get that you're in the situation, but trying to push blame on other people as if somebody did you wrong is poor character. And I really do think there's a link between poor character and destitution. I really do.
Don't scroll, please listen for 1 minute. I am a mother of 6, and I'm currently living in a hotel with 5 of them. We really need help right now. So I'm just asking if you can like, share, comment, and repost so that this can reach millions of people and we can get the help.
You know what's crazy? I reviewed her already. And the last time she was asking for help. And I literally said, okay, they help you today, but you're still in the situation. What are you going to do? Otherwise, you're just going to end right back up in the situation again. Didn't I call it? So basically, what it's going to come down to is people have to pay your entire life, basically. Every time something comes up, just people have to, it's up to other people to have to handle it. Let me show y'all. I already reacted this, and I literally said, we're just going to end up here again if nothing's changing. Like, what is your plan moving forward? People save you from this situation, this circumstance. Then what? How do we get the ball rolling to start leaning towards sustainability ultimately? So, this is from last time when we reviewed her. Look, same situation.
Please stay for 30 seconds and repost this video. I am currently homeless with my children and I couldn't afford our room, so my kids are sitting in the lobby right now and I'm outside just trying to make a few videos to get help and just trying to get a few minutes to myself because I am very overwhelmed, stressed, and all the above. Um, I do have a fundraiser, y'all, in my bio if you can help anyway. Um, I prefer you send it to my Cash App that's in my bio as well because I need to book a room like tonight so we don't have to sit in the lobby
So, look what I said last time. Look what I said last time. Let's skip
all
forward.
night. Shelter be paying to pay my new room. Sit.
Scratch up some money so she could pay her room tonight. But then what about tomorrow? And then the next day, and then the next week, and then the next month? Basically, what's going to have to happen is, I guess people are going to have to fund her entire life. Seems like she doesn't get the benefits anymore. So now it's just up for people to directly. It was a little bit more indirect with what was coming out of people's checks, i.e., taxes. But now what I'm starting to see is that a lot of people who were relying on the system for very long, now they have to go direct to source and say, I still need you to fund me. That's I told you we would end up here all over again. So now let's watch the new video and see what came up this time.
What we need right now, the shutdown is affecting us. I'm already stressed about keeping up with the hotel weekly payment, and now I'm stressed about food, hygiene products, and things that we need in the day-to-day life. So please, if you don't mind, if you feel moved, any support is very appreciative, whether it's prayers, making sure you hit every button and repost this, commenting, and just getting my video pushed out. I am very grateful. My kids are grateful, and we really appreciate all the help. Like right now, I brought them outside just to get some fresh air. We always have to sit in the room because I don't have money to like take them out nowhere and different things like that. So this journey has been tough, and I know it's not only affecting me, it's affecting them. That's why I'm asking for help. Thank y'all so much.
See y'all. So ultimately, she's gonna do this all year. She's gonna do this all 2026, all 2027, all 2028. It's gonna come a day where one day she's gonna be 80 years old, and you're gonna have a whole collage of her whole life of her coming online begging. And see, you would think that it would get old and then people would eventually say, okay, enough is enough. But see, that's not how the internet works, right? There's a concept in business called TAM, right? TAM, total addressable market. So that's why she says, even if you could like, even if you can engage, because even when people start to drop off, who start to catch on like, oh, she's just going to do this forever and she's never going to try to actually help herself out. I wouldn't be surprised if her 6 kids move out and then eventually she's by herself and she's still doing this. But guess what? When you guys like, engage, even as people are dropping off, there's new people coming on who that's their first time seeing it and are going to give. And it's actually going to be a pretty healthy business model. It's going to continue to flow. Otherwise, you wouldn't come on here and keep doing it, as we see. So, that's what we're dealing with. I'll probably won't review them anymore, if it comes across my desk. But it's just something that we have to flag and something we have to keep our eye on, just in general.
And that government assistance, Section 8 food stamps, all that bullshit, I'm glad that shit getting cut. Get y'all motherfucking asses a job like us, the ones that go to work and actually have to pay real bills. See if you can make it in this.
I wonder why your kids are gangbanging at the age of 18, because you use the government in the first place to bring them into this world. That's number one. And number two, you didn't have the money for extracurricular activities, so all he was able to do is go hang out with his friends.
Yeah, so we'll leave it there. I mean, ultimately, what it comes down to is just don't take on more than what you can handle. It's really one of the biggest keys to life is just live within your means. Live under them if you can. That way you have a little something extra that you're contributing to yourself, to your own net worth, right? Which only makes you more comfortable. And the more comfortable you are, the more leverage you have in life. The more leverage you have, the more opportunities you're able to capitalize on. But when you put yourself in a hole to where you have no leverage, then things can start to spiral in the downward direction. So that's the main thing. For one, don't put wounds on yourself that is only going to hinder you further from being able to thrive. And then two, just make sure that you're living below your means, even if you don't have any wounds on yourself, so that you can have a little extra at the end of the month. That's ultimately what it comes down to. But y'all, if you could like the video, I'll ask now. I greatly appreciate it. It helps tremendously, more than you know. Also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers. And what hype does is it pushes us smaller content creators the same way that it pushes the larger content creators. So it gives us more visibility, and that also helps. But I know sometimes it's hard to find or it vanishes. So if you can't see it, if you could just like, again, that goes a long way in itself. And then also Patreon link below if you want to see self-improvement content. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.